Hey guys, I will say what, I guess this is now my second video. I was hoping for it to be my letter to myself, but I haven't even had the chance to sit down and write it because I know it's going to be a very emotional thing for me, as I've been overweight for my entire life. So I feel like there's so much that I would want to say to my future healthier, thinner self. So I'm still working on that. In the meantime, let's see, this weekend I got my blood work done. So that was like, I think 6 or 7 vials of blood. It was pretty gross, but I got that done. And they called me today and just said I have really low iron, apparently, which I've never had low iron in my life. So I don't know, whatever. So I have to take 325 milligrams a day for 3 months, and then they're going to retest it. So I'll have to do that. And Friday is my endoscopy, which kind of makes me nervous because they use propofol, which was really funny because the nurse was like, oh yeah, that stuff that Michael Jackson had. And I was like, oh, is that really a good reference to use? But I guess it's not the same doctor, so I guess that's good. But no, she said it's going to be like the best sleep that you've ever had. So I guess that's pretty exciting. I could use some sleep. So I have that coming up, and hopefully that'll be early in the morning so I can just get it over with so I don't dwell on it all day, because that's probably what I would do. So that's what's going on that front. So as far as challenges I'm having so far, I think, and my husband would never agree to that this is what's happening, but so my husband's been pretty supportive of this whole thing, you know, whatever I need type of thing he'll do and all that. However, I'm thinking he's starting to feel like I really am going to change once I lose this weight. And it's not that I haven't been at a lower weight ever, because granted, I've been overweight my entire life. I at one point did lose quite a bit of weight and was down under the 2s, which was a lovely thing. It wasn't way under, but it was under, and I felt great. But you know, it was 3 hours a day in the gym in order to maintain that, and I think I mentioned that in my last video. So now that I have my daughter and all that, anyway, I can't do that. So I gained all my weight back, had her, gained more, got on meds for anxiety, so I take Zoloft, and that has made my weight go crazy. And which sucks is that I have anxiety because I know a big part of it is because of my weight, because it drives me crazy and it inhibits everything in my life, which is my fault for doing, but it's the truth. So I'm on meds for that, and yet the meds make you gain weight. So what the hell is that about? And apparently there's not really any SSRIs, I think they call it, that don't make you gain weight. Some people might not gain weight, but please, I'm the kind of person, I'm sure as most of us who have taken this journey or have taken this journey, gain weight at looking at a cookie. I mean, this is ridiculous. So of course I'm that person who has to gain a bajillion pounds because I'm trying to get my mind right. So one of my goals with my weight loss is to hopefully get off of all that. All my stress, not all my stress, but all my weight related stress would hopefully be gone. My weight related anxiety would hopefully be gone and all that. But I digress. Back to my husband. So he thinks that I'm going to all of a sudden become this changed person because I'm going to hopefully, cross my fingers, lose a lot of weight in a rather fast amount of time, at least faster than it would be if I was just dieting and exercising only. And he feels that I'm gonna be this, he says really confident, but one would think you'd want somebody to be very confident. But I think what he's trying to say without saying it is he thinks that I'm gonna go and change who I am and wear more revealing type clothes or something like that, and go try to hook up or meet guys, and which is really kind of sad, because if he really knew me, which, I mean, we've been together for 15 years, so one would think he would know me, that I'm not that person. I've never been that person. I am hoping to have confidence in myself. I am hoping to wear clothes that makes me feel beautiful and makes me feel good. And I want him to want that for me. So I don't know, that's kind of like an odd thing, and he takes it to like a crazy place, and he'll claim that that's totally not true, but this is like the second time he's kind of had that and started like an argument over it, which I don't understand how you can argue with somebody over something that has yet to happen or may never happen. I mean, whatever. And he also says that he's watched videos on YouTube claiming that people have said that in their statistics and blah blah blah. Still don't know what that means because I haven't seen it, but what I can say is that what he's reading is probably people who have gotten maybe divorced or have done things that they normally wouldn't have done because they're happy, because they have confidence, because they have a lot more self-respect to not put up with things that maybe they were putting up with. And I'm not saying this for myself, I'm saying maybe in general, maybe not for people, but this is my point of view. So yeah, I mean, people, obviously you're going to change, and one would hope it would be for the better. I mean, you're not becoming some nasty, like, bitch to everybody. I mean, people, and I've read a couple, I think QCL, I think is her name or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she did a whole post on how people think, or a whole video on how people think that, you know, you're this bitch, or it's something that people put on you because you've lost weight and they're so used to you being a certain way that they put these things on you that are not true, and now everything you say and or do will revolve around your weight. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with my friends. You know, I have just a really couple close friends. You know, I have a lot of acquaintances, but as far as friends go, I have a few that I would call close, really good friends, and all of them except maybe one are super supportive, and they know my struggles, they know how hard I've worked, they know how much my life revolves around it in a negative way. So, you know, I'm just hoping that got kind of close, huh? I'm just hoping that my husband gets on board and he can see past what's in his head, because if he can't, that's not going to be good, because he's going to make things that aren't true in his mind, which could possibly be really devastating to us as far as our marriage or just being friends in general. So one would hope that that won't happen. I don't know though. I guess we shall see what happens. Sorry guys, as usual, I'm in my car because this is where I get things done. Anyway, so I wanted to just, I guess, put that out there. If anybody has anything they can add to that, or let me know how you've dealt with maybe something like that and how I can explain it better to him, or if there's something that he can see. Because I'm doing this regardless. I am finally doing something for me, for my future, for my life, and really for my daughter as well. I mean, I want her, I'm sweating in this car. I want to be able to run with her and play with her. And it's not that I can't now, but as I'm getting older, not that I'm old, I'm 31, but as I'm getting older, I know it's going to be harder, and I know that I keep gaining weight at this rapid speed, which I, besides the meds, can't understand. Yeah, I make bad choices here and there, but it's not crazy. But yeah, I want to be that mom for her, and I don't want to be embarrassing to her. Granted, she's 2 now, and she doesn't get it. But when she goes to school, kids will probably make fun of her because her mom is overweight. We've all been there. We all know what kids say. We all know kids are mean. And I don't want my daughter to deal with my problem. I mean, I dealt with it when I was in kindergarten about myself. Not my mother, because she's a beanpole, but about myself. And, you know, I was made fun of my entire life. And who wants that? And who wants that for their child? That's craziness. So I guess this video was a bunch of rambling about things that are on my mind, because it's hard to explain to other people who are not in the same boat or not even close to the same boat or understand. So I don't know, I guess it feels good to get it out. But yeah, you know, if you have any pointers or anything that you can recommend for me to say to him, or any, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. Just leave me a comment or something. Hopefully by the end of this week I will be doing the letter to my future self, because that's something I really want to get done. So hopefully that'll happen soon. So anyways, I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.